Hello everyone, this is day 96 building a house every day for 100 days. Before we get into it real quick, I just want to thank you guys for all the support recently. The last two houses have done like kind of crazy. They're doing really well. A lot of people enjoy them. Yeah, I really appreciate it. This house, kind of dedicated, kind of not. Dedicated to Aelic, patron, and just like donator of the streams, you know, friend of the channel, if you will. He gave me a suggestion, so that's kind of why you see me. I kind of struggle with this one a bit because it's a bit weird, it's a bit difficult. He suggested I use like all these different types of wood, like acacia, birch, spruce, dark oak, and I also have a windmill on the house. Some people might have known from a few days ago, or probably like honestly 10 days ago at this point. I tried to build a windmill, it went horribly, so you know, got a long road ahead of me on this one. But I think I came out pretty good, so I'm gonna stick to the end. So you can see that. Starting the frame out, I got like the 3 different sections. My idea is like each of these will be like focused on like a different type of wood. So we have spruce on the left, and then oak in the middle, and then birch on the right. With like the accent color also. So, you know, the birch, I was gonna go for acacia. It kind of looks bad here. I don't end up sticking with that for the logs. So we just kind of like get the frame on them real quick. There's like all these like weird interlocking sections. I had like a very vague idea for this house, but I didn't have anything too like concrete in mind, so I kind of struggled with it for a minute. So I'm just kind of filling in the roof here. The series is almost over, so if you want to get one of the last few houses dedicated to you, there's a link to the Patreon down below. It's just $3. You also get a download to all the houses and like a world download and everything, schematics too. Also join the Discord, about 100 members in there. Back to the house though, kind of getting the frames for the roof in. I had like the colors figured out. I didn't really know what shape I was gonna do for any of them yet. Go for like the lower, like the front one with like the oak and spruce is like lower and more just like stairs for the angle, and the other two are steeper, just for a bit of like variety. I know on the left is where I'm gonna put the windmill, so I kind of leave that roof open for a bit. I'll redo the right roof. I decided to frame it with spruce, and I'm gonna fill it in with acacia. Because like the orange on the edge was just too much. It clashed too much with the other colors. So I get the frame in. Fill it in. I go back and I texture this in a bit, but for now, just leave it. Start filling in the walls and everything. This dark oak section honestly gives me some trouble. I used to really like dark oak. Not a fan of dark oak anymore, honestly, except for like interior stuff and like accent blocks. But it's just a very deep color. It's kind of hard to do anything with. So if you have like a large section of it, just dark oak, it looks really bad. So kind of try to keep the usage of it to a minimum. Get the frame for this like tower on the left where I'm gonna put a windmill. House is kind of complicated. There's a lot of like intersecting like parts. It's a lot of thought just had to go into like where everything should go and how everything connects. Just kind of filling things in here. Getting the frame in for the section. Fill everything in. Try to like overcomplicate it too much, but I know I need like a couple extra kind of like roof sections here to like shrink the tower. Because as you can see, I kind of go in a block with this roof. I also take this opportunity to kind of switch the palette up, because like I said before, not a huge fan of dark oak. So up at the top here, it turns to spruce. Mess around with a couple shapes for it. I just decided to go for like a pretty standard roof. Fill it in with acacia. And then fill it in with birch. Go around, kind of like add some stairs and stuff to like curve the frame a bit. Fill the walls in. Just fill in stuff I missed, really. It doesn't look great right now. It looks a lot better once I start getting the details in. Over here on the right, I start kind of texturing this roof. I don't know if Aelic will consider this cheating, because there's not a whole lot of acacia in this, because I use a lot of like concrete powder, wool, some red sandstone as well, but it ends up looking pretty good. So just fill everything in. Gradient. Mix like stripped acacia in the bottom, because it kind of has like this like almost pinker, bright orange kind of color to it. I do the same thing with the top. A lot smaller, a lot easier. I like the way the trapdoors kind of break the texture up, kind of break the flatness up a bit too. take a step back here, kind of just look at it. Liking the way it's coming out. A few things I gotta change. Kind of messing with the dark oak, because again, just don't like dark oak, but looks alright. Start thinking about where I want to put the windmill. Like the actual, like, blades, I guess you'd call them. Head on the back, I start adding these, like, curves to the foundation, some trapdoors, just for some more shape and detail. Where I have those bricks, you might have saw from the thumbnail, I plan on putting a chimney. I feel like it fills the space up, adds a bit of variation. It's like for aesthetic, you know, it looks pretty good. Well, it will. It's not there yet. Get the windows in now, like these like window flower pots. I head inside for a second, just gotta figure out where the floor is gonna go, so I could just base where I want to put the windows. Some flower pots at the top, and yeah, kind of main part of the house is coming together here. Finally, this was definitely one of the more difficult houses to build. As you might notice, the video is a bit longer than the last few. Start getting like the blades, the windmill, and struggle for a minute. Admittedly, kind of got some like inspiration from like, you know, I googled windmills, looked at kind of the shapes they generally use. I think it came out all right. I don't think it's not perfect, but I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. Looks kind of rough until I texture it. Add some fences. Kind of like extend this front part out. Pretty happy with the way it looks. It's definitely the best windmill I've ever built because, like I mentioned earlier, I have a windmill problem. Textured a bit. Just concrete powder, some concrete, like other white blocks, really. Get some banners up. I think it's kind of like makes it look a bit more like dynamic. I don't know how to explain it. I like the way it looks. Looks pretty good in my opinion. Maybe you think it looks bad, you know, comment down below if you think the windmill looks bad. But if you do that, you also gotta subscribe, you know? I'm trolling. Kind of get the, like, focus on this top part. I noticed it kind of got covered up by the windmill, so I'm gonna get one block taller. Just kind of like help it poke through a bit. Move the windmill back a block. It kind of just looked like it came out too far. Made it look very unbalanced. I also moved this thing, like this bottom section. I kind of moved it back towards the rest of the house a bit. Really helped a lot, honestly. I'm kind of surprised, but it made like a huge difference, at least in my opinion. Yeah, it's kind of the house itself done. I get this chimney in on the side. I keep it pretty simple. There's not like a whole lot. I feel like this is only like the second chimney I built in this challenge. Or at least the second one that has like proper smoke on it. Get the smoke in. It's only my second time doing smoke with glass, so, you know, try not to be, you know, too critical of it. I think it actually came out pretty good. Not sure if it came out better than the first time I did it or not, but I think it looks pretty good. Start with gray on the bottom and light gray and then white. Mix in some glass panes to kind of help blend it together. Also add a bit more shape to it. Put a couple like floating off of it. And yeah, I think that, honestly, I think it came out really good. Let me know down below if you like the smoke, you know, or just comment for the algorithm, you know, the classics. Get this fence in. I kind of had in my head the whole time as I'm building like a windmill. It's gonna basically be like a farm kind of house. I feel like the farm wheat and those kind of like yellow blocks really work with the acacia roof anyway. So I knew I was gonna do a farm in the front. Hang some lanterns up. Hang some flower pots as well. Just need a lot of light. I think it looks good with light. Come back with some like flowers and stuff. Accidentally go into this one house with the camera. My bad. But yeah, fill everything up. Add some color with the flowers. Some hanging flowers. You know, do the same thing on the back. Obviously, kind of can't really see. Texture the chimney as well. I don't know when I did that, but I don't think the camera got it. Come to the front here. Start filling in with farmland. Time is frozen here, so I have to use like world edit to replace with like wet farmland. Over again, I use a mix of like fully grown wheat and like wheat that's like one stage before fully grown, so stage 6 and 7 for those doing this with like world edit and commands. Obviously in survival you can't really freeze the wheat, but I think it looks good with a bit of variation in it. Add these like wheat carts, like I think they look pretty cool. Some wheat around, some pumpkins. It's past Halloween now, but it's still kind of like, you know, autumn vibe, especially in this build. Some grass, some leaves around the house, and yeah, it's kind of about it for the outside. It was kind of a rough like journey to get here, but I'm actually really happy with the way it looks. So shout out to Aelic for suggesting whatever this thing is. Hopefully this kind of does Aelic's suggestion justice, by the way. I didn't really, like, I don't know, he doesn't know what this looks like yet, but we'll see. Kind of was a bit, like, I don't know, a bit of a weird suggestion. So hopefully this is kind of what he meant. And inside here, kind of like trying to, like, I like using spruce on the floor, as you can see from this one section, but, like, you can't really use the same block as the floor, ceiling, and wall, so I use dark oak for where the kitchen's gonna go. Kind of got this staircase at the bottom because it's kind of like lower. That section's lower, so I think interesting. It's kind of like those houses you walk into and you got a staircase going up and down, like a bi-level, I guess they're called. Kind of reminds me of that. It's not the same because there's no down, but you know. Get some paintings up. A lot of trapdoors, a lot of lanterns. A lot of these are temporary. I remove a lot of them because if I don't put them, it's too dark for the replay. Some candles, some flower pots. Quick kitchen, you know, the fridge, of course. This quick staircase in this corner because I don't know what else to put here. Some storage underneath it. Really quick living space. Thanks to flower pots, lanterns, candles. I kind of use a lot of the same tricks, honestly, in most of my builds to just fill the space up, but it's more important that the space is filled than that it looks unique and purposeful, in my opinion. So you just kind of make sure to fill it no matter what you really put there most of the time. I mean, obviously you want to just put random stuff, but try to fill everything. Section off the space in the upstairs. You'll see what I do with that in a minute. Over here, put a quick bedroom. You know, bed on the left. Railing for like the staircase, of course. Bunch of paintings. It's like desk on the right, you'll see in a second. A lot of paintings, full space up, some lanterns, carpet. I got a comment within the last like 2 days. I forget exactly when it was. I haven't built a bathroom in like a while. I believe it was day 31. Day 32, I think it is. There's a bathroom in it. But other than that, I don't think I built a single bathroom in this whole series. So quick bathroom in here. A lot of light for some reason. But yeah, that's really about it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, consider joining the Patreon or just subscribing. I really appreciate it. Support on the series has been kind of crazy. But yeah, join the Discord as well. You know, about to hit 100 members. Pretty cool. A lot of cool people in there. I got a quick house tour. You should watch the whole thing, by the way. You know, house dedicated to Aelic, the goat. And yeah, I'll see you guys next one. Thanks for watching.